Hello, my Gemini and Gemini rising friends, sign from and this is your 12 house spread outlook for the month for December of 2020. Welcome to December. I have a surprise for all of you for December and the holidays. I'm making all of the 12 houses here free on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed and clicked the notification bell, please do. Subscribing automatically enters you to win a free email reading with me with my cards of truth. And make sure that your subscriptions are set to public. If they're private, I cannot see them on my end. And make sure you're checking out the weeklies because that is where I announce my winner in one of those weeklies once a month, and you have 7 days to claim your prize. Now, having said all of that, let's get to it. Not gonna lie, the beginning of December starts out rough for Gemini and Gemini rising. This is the you know what hits the fan card, the falling tower card in traditional tarot. This is disruption. It feels like some sort of upheaval here the first week of December for you. Fortunately, in the oracle message, we pulled the cat, which talks about independence and healthy boundaries. But the other trait of a cat, two other traits, the aspect of 9 lives, right? And also a cat falling and landing on all 4 feet unscathed. So that's how I feel like this falling tower is for you. You are fortunate than most here at the onset of December. Okay, second house, balance. Okay, so this talks about finances and your stuff. I feel like this is about holiday shopping. You guys are going to need to put some sort of budget into place and do not go outside of that budget or it's going to make you feel bad. Right? And also, if someone else tries to talk you out of it, I feel like you're going to have to put your foot down, and rightly so. Your oracle message is the Swan, which talks about transformation and psychic gifts. So you are getting messages about what to do with your spending, with your, how to organize your things. I feel like you should definitely pay attention to that guidance that's coming in because that will help you in the realm of finances. And someone also may get a psychic hit on some sort of an investment in currency, crypto, or otherwise information. Okay, third house, truth. So third house does rule brother, sister, anyone that you would consider a brother, sister. Truth talks about they can no longer continue to go in the direction that they are going because they have swept certain truths under the rug to deal with them for another day. However, all of the stuff that's been swept under the rug is now rearing its ugly head, and they have to make a decision once and for all about something. This could definitely be about a relationship. This could be about a career or a job or a move. But whatever this is, they are going to have to deal with it now. And you may get a phone call or some other notification explaining this, that, they have something hitting the fan and, what are they going to do about it? And you're like, well, you've had that going on for quite some time now. And you just decided that you were going to put up with it and you no longer can put up with it, right? Now, this is all for a reason because it's bringing them to, as my teacher would say, the fastest path to their joy. So this change, however painful it may feel for your sibling at the time, actually helps them bring them to a better place in their life emotionally and energetically, which changes other things too for the better. Fourth house, your house of home. For some of you, this may talk about your father, but for most of you, it's going to talk about where you live. The energy in your home does not feel as easy as it has earlier in this year. You guys were in a pretty good place, feeling place with your home, but right now there is a struggle going on, and they're saying that you feel like it's challenge. It's too much work, or there's, the occupants are too much work for you to put up with, to deal with, so forth and so on. It just does not feel like it has. Let's hope that that energy passes quickly and you're not dealing with that in January. What is the oracle message here? Stag, pride, and leadership. So this is definitely talking about occupants in your home, or perhaps you have relatives that are staying with you, and so therefore you are having to rise above the drama, right, and the BS. And also, I'm getting someone needs to delegate responsibilities, chores to their children. Don't we all? Fifth house, victory and success. So this rules your social circle. For those of you single Geminis, rules your dating life. Also, sometimes kids show up in the fifth house. Victory and success. Well, that is some good news to celebrate here. I do like that in the fifth house. So this could be a child. This could be one of your friends that calls you that has good news. Typically it's in their lives, but you're still celebrating for them. You're happy for them. And for those of you single Geminis, this is definitely good news if you're looking for someone. And we have movement here. Okay, so the movement, it looks like there's been some waiting for this victory, and we finally have movement in a good place, and hooray. So there's definitely something to celebrate about in December with your friends. Speaking of things to celebrate about, wow, you pulled this 10 of Cups. This is the 10 of Cups in traditional tarot, and you pulled it in your work and health house. So you're feeling good. If you haven't been feeling good lately, it looks like that turns around. If your work hasn't been feeling great lately, it looks like you're in a better workplace and space than you were last month. And why is that, Gemini? We pulled the Queen, and although she has a cup card, actually this card is more like the fertility Empress card, because she does talk about fertility, abundance, even though she's a queen, she's also calling in the manifestation. You are ordering it up, whatever you want. You have placed your order, and it is knocking at your door on a silver platter by some delivery service, and I love it. Keep it up. Seventh house. Okay, we've seen better messages in the seventh house, haven't we, Geminis? Seventh house rules primary relationships, also for you that have business partners that could be talking about a business partner. Emotional loss means that there's something missing here in your partnership. This could definitely be a person if you're single, right? But if you're in a relationship, something's off, something's missing, and you're going to work to correct it. But there's a strange message here in the oracle that talks about the death. So the death is always an ending of something, right? So if what's missing is the end, just know that you're going to work to replace it in some other fashion. Maybe the end is something that your spouse used to, or your partner used to do, but doesn't do it anymore because he or she is just like, nope, I'm done. And you're going to have to work to figure that piece of it out. This may involve therapy, by the way. But, the other message with this too is sometimes the seventh house talks about how your partner is feeling. So your partner could be feeling like there's something missing in his or her life, and they may have had a loss recently in their family or with their friends. As I record this, it's the very end of November. And I recalled the reading the week previous when I read for Thanksgiving week, and we pulled the heartache and loss card. And there were several of you that reached out to me that let me know that they either had a death in the family or someone's on their deathbed. There could be something like that going on with all of this mass exodus happening too, so I definitely can't rule it out. The 8th house, though, Ace of Cups card, love begins. This rules your intimacy, it rules contracts, it rules taxes, it rules legal matters, it rules the source of your significant other's income. This card means that your cup overrunneth. I love this message. This is good news, certainly. You could even have a partner that has their own business or has started up a side gig, and that starts to bring in more money in December, possibly more than you or that person ever expected. Now, we did pull the burden card here, and I feel like this message is laying that burden down, whatever the burden was, if it was something wrong in the intimacy department, or if you did have a tax or legal issue, you're laying it down. It's being replaced with something much, much better with this Ace of Cups energy here. I got to bring this card out again. I just love it. Love, love, love it. Okay. 9th house, school and travel. You pulled authority. This is the Emperor card, so we have a strong, domineering, male-type figure. Could be a father figure, but it does come in the house of school, right? And travel. Did I say house of school and travel? School and travel. Let me just clarify that. We pulled the horse here. Okay, so the horse talks about accepting help from other people. Does this say something about? Yeah, delegating authority, which is funny because this is an authority figure. But I really feel like this is about accepting help from this alpha, whoever this is. If you're in school, this could definitely be a teacher. Or if you travel in the month of December, this could be someone that you travel with or someone who is at your destination who is ready to help you. But make sure you ask, not just for the help, but particularities about how they can help you, okay? You don't want to just assume that they're going to read your mind. 10th house, career. Also rules your mother. Now, the shadow is the moon card in traditional tarot. It does talk about somewhat of a depression. This is you sort of examining the details of things that you don't particularly like with regard to your career, but also it does rule your mother. So your mother could be doing this too, or your mother could have some sort of mild form of seasonal depression. You have good news though. The raven is here with messages of synchronistic events. Pay attention to the synchronistic events that occur in your life or with or around your mother in the month of December. You could also be seeing black ravens everywhere during particular times of any given day. If that is the case for you, make sure you're making a note of the circumstances, what time it was, note the day, and anything going on around the time before and after and during that the raven presented himself or herself. You pulled the teacher in the 11th house of children. So your child, or this could also be a mentor too. So your child, and of course for those of you that don't have children, this is talking about your best friend. You have a child or best friend who is in the midst of being taught either by the universe or by someone else or by a mentor. This is a very important lesson, and it has to do with some project, teachers and projects. Imagine that. This could definitely be a creative project because that's what this spider card depicts here. And I feel like the project is going to be more complicated than what your child or best friend had imagined. However, afterwards, of course, it will be very rewarding for them when they finish. Your 12th house. Okay, So the 12th house is what's about to happen in the future. This is the future card. It usually happens 3 months from now, so look for it in the month of March or thereabouts. Firm foundations, I like this card very much. You have laid the groundwork by March for what you're going to receive next. So that means you're going to level up in some way. This could definitely be career. This could be at your job. This could be just in life. This could be in finances. Either way, regardless, this is a fantastic message for the springtime for you. And we did pull the Love Oracle card here. So whatever this leveling up is, you're going to love it. It certainly can be a relationship. But for many of you, this is going to be talking about career and finance. Many Geminis are already in relationships. You guys really don't have a problem meeting people or staying in relationships. The Geminis, many of them seem like they're always with someone or they've got someone on the side. Okay. So that's it for my Geminis. Thank you so much for being here. Check out my 2021 predictions that I will be posting in the weeks to come, where I do career. I'll do that one on YouTube, and then the money reading and love reading will be Vimeo reads, and I'll have all that in the description box of the career Gemini video for 2021. Many blessings and happy holidays to all of you.